All right, it's being recorded. This is awesome. Hey,
Yeah,
what's
this is
going
great,
on? I got
dude.
good old Brian Hill up on here on video with me.
Hey, thanks for having me. Thanks for having me.
No worries, no worries. Hey, you've been an inspiration. You've been helping me out with this. I think, man, I don't think I would have done this without your thought process. So
Ah,
you
dude,
helped me
man, we're
out a lot.
just helping each other, man, paying it forward. That's all we do, man. That's all we do.
Let's take care of vets. Yes, we do.
That's it. That's it.
So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna ask you a few questions, and then you ask me one or two questions. But I think really the focus is about the veteran, not about me. I think people kind of already know who I am and how I am from different posts I've made or different things I've done. But I want people to know who Brian Hill is and what you got to offer and what the next employer will have to gain from your benefit. So,
Yeah. So a little bit about me. I just retired from the Navy for 20 years. Military vet, 20-year experience in IT and risk management. I retired with a master's degree in cybersecurity, CISP and CISM certifications.
damn.
Yeah, and this, yeah. Oh, I don't want to do those ever again. So I'm gonna keep up the CEUs.
I don't
But
have
yeah,
any. So,
just
yeah.
yeah. My last post was I was a senior IT manager for the Navy out at Pearl Harbor. So yeah, where I supervised 14 people doing 24/7 support, doing HPSS, ACAS, vulnerability, risk management, and all those other stuff. So I don't want to bore you with the IT stuff. It's a lot, but yeah, it's it's not bad. Now I'm in San Antonio, Texas, looking for jobs, so I can understand the pain of writing in resumes and applying for job applications and getting denial emails. But that's all part of the process. But here I am, and it got me connected with Tom, and then we're doing great things.
I gotta make sure I put my phone on mute. Whoops.
Yeah.
Um,
No,
awesome. Well, a little background about myself that people may probably already know about me, but why not say it again, right? So I retired from the Navy November of 19. So just a little bit behind you. I started Lockheed Martin Space in January of 2020, and I moved to Denver from Augusta, Georgia, because
mm,
I can choose where I want to live now, as opposed to the Navy telling me where to live for my whole 20-year career. So,
yeah.
and we'll learn a little bit more about me later on in this little video. But let's talk about you, man. So you said you've been there for 20 years, man.
Yep.
I'm not going to ask how you put up with that because I think I already know that answer. But
Yeah.
but
Uh,
what? Tell me about your education, your certifications. Tell me a little bit more about that, or how you, or what was your driving reason behind getting them in the first place?
um. So I was, like I said, I was doing IT for 20 years in the military, but I knew there was something more than just what I was being taught and trained in the Navy, because I knew that the military, you do one specific thing and you're trained to do one specific thing. You do it, very well, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I knew there was more to that, so I challenged myself to learn more, and so I completed my master's in UMGC, University of Maryland Global Campus. So I got the master's degree. So I learned more just what the military was teaching me, and then I took it to a test and make sure I was good, and so I got the CISP and got certified CISP, which is a beast of an exam. And then I, just to make sure that, to validate it myself that it wasn't a fluke, I went and took the CISM certification just to make sure, trust but verified. So that's what I did. So I got those two, highly attain, highly I forgot the word right now, but
Sought
high
out
prestigious,
certification, I think.
yeah, prestigious certifications, just to make sure I know what I know, right? I challenged myself. Yep, I learned all the stuff. I got trained in all this stuff in the military. Am I up to stuff? Do I know my shit, right? So that's what I proved it to myself. I knew, I wasn't just good being in the military, right? All these
Yeah.
awards and inspections to the military, cool, but are you up to snuff? And so I proved it to myself. So that's why I did those things.
Wait, you're telling me doing all this inspection was cool? Wait a minute
Oh yeah.
now.
Yeah, like airdrop inspections when you're in availability, you'd be like, oh, that's weird.
Hey, let's go
And
to the in-serve after a 3M inspection. That sounds
yeah.
great.
Oh
And
yeah. Like,
nobody ever.
dude. So like, get off me, man. I just came in, I need to relax a little bit. And not airdrop inspection. I'm like, oh. So, but I came out pretty good with those inspections, but it's just, they there's procedures and policies in place to make sure you're doing those well. But but those are military inspections where I wanted to know and challenge myself to bigger stuff and learn more, and so that's why I got those certifications, right? So
Right on, man. Right on. Got any questions for me yet?
um not yet. No, well, hold on. Yeah, so I have one. Talking to a vet to vet experience. What would you do in your transition if you already have to do it ever again? Because I'm still transitioning. I just retired, so I'm in between jobs, as you say. So I'm trying to find the right job. And what advice would you give me so I would shorten that gap of being a job to another job?
So from job to job advice.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think I was. I think I was kind of picky, but not too picky, I guess. I was working with an employer. Didn't really care for them too much. And then put in my 2 week notice, I moved out to Denver.
Hmm.
So I mean, this coming from Augusta, Georgia, driving cross country to Denver, and I did that drive 2 or 3 times. No, I did it 3 times because I drove once, put through a whole bunch of stuff in the back of a U-Haul trailer, attached it to my truck, and drove cross country. And then about a month and a half later, flew back one way, got myself a rental van, threw a whole bunch of stuff in there, and drove right back to Denver. So, well, for job advice, I think it depends on what area you're in and what employers are around, and then how many people you're connected to and who you're connected with. With you being in San Antonio area, I think I mean, it's called LinkedIn. It's called LinkedIn Mill City. I guess it's really. I've never been to San Antonio, but I would. My thought process is it should be a little bit easier to find a job. I would think because there's a lot of military, a lot of veteran support there. Um, but yeah, just keep on doing LinkedIn. Keep on doing your online webinars you go to, and just keep connecting and see what's going on.
Yeah, no,
So,
I did a couple of LinkedIn Mill Cities. Those are great, dude.
I'm probably biased, but I really enjoy them.
Yeah, yeah, the the LinkedIn Mill Cities and the key, it's no big deal. You're part of
I,
the key member.
yeah, I'm biased again. Yes, I'm a member with the key as well, but I think Veterati. I so speaking of Veterati, man,
Yeah,
what a great segue for this question.
yeah,
So you were my first Veterati call in August of 2020 when I first started Veterati.
yeah,
With the advice that Ray Domingo gave me, say, hey man, you gotta do Veterati. I kept on telling, no, it's okay. No, it's okay. No, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. Man, you gotta do it. You gotta do it, man. I'm like, all right, fine. Look, I'll sign up, okay? And then bam, Ryan Hill asked me, can I request me to talk with him? I'm like, I'm not sure what I'm gonna talk about. I'm not really sure, And so
yep.
if you remember that conversation, how did it go? I'm just kind of curious. You think I sound kind of
Uh,
weird, kind of nervous, or
no, it was a good like we're having now. It was like a personal conversation, just like two guys just talking and sharing stories. Be like, hey, this is what I'm going through now, and you already did it, and you held my hand. Be like, hey, you gotta make sure you're doing this. You gotta make sure you're doing this. Make sure you're doing this, right? So, I took all the advice. I took all the advice on, And then you know, I put the stuff together, put it in action, and here I am in San Antonio looking for a job. But now I'm all, everything's planned out and everything's well. I just got to get the perfect job, right? So I took all the advice that, and then that 1 hour 60-minute conversation with Veterati turned into like 3 hours. Because 2 hours offline was just talking. It's like, yo, dude,
I think
if you
so.
need help, call me. It's like, all right, well, I still need help. And he's like, okay, cool. Call me at this number. And then, you know, here we are, you know, on this web chat. So no, it's good. It was good. Definitely,
Awesome.
definitely good place.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I really enjoyed Veterati. I enjoyed it a lot. I think it's whoever came out with, I forgot who the name of the founder was, but I'm connected to that person too. But I think it's a really great idea someone came out with, and I really enjoy it. I'm on it all the time, and yeah, I think it's great.
No, I think it's an underutilized resource, I think. But like it's a free resource. Like that's how we got connected. And it's
Yeah,
like, yo, man, hey. And then the other guy's like, yeah, I've been through what you've been through. Make sure you're doing this stuff as you, because let's be honest, the military holds your hand when you're getting in, trains you while you're in. They like you, they adore you, trains you, give you all this attention while you're in. But once you get out or make that decision to get out, it's on your own, because it's your own transition, right? Your story is different than my story,
yeah,
and it's just not built that way, right? So, but with the Veterati and, you know, having these, you know, these talks and whatnot and networking, be like, hey, this is what I need to do. This is what I did. If that applies to you, do it. And then that's it's huge, right? Because everyone is different, but like we're all trying to get out and, you know, be successful on the way out, right? So
you know, I think
it's huge.
you brought a really good point actually. Networking. Wow, that's a very it can be very underutilized,
Yeah,
and LinkedIn is huge on networking.
huge,
Um,
huge.
I I don't think I'd be where I am if I didn't network with some really awesome people, and I continue to
No,
network with people every day.
yeah. No, just
I
pay it
think
forward, dude. That's all. That's it, man. Just like we're in the military, we're
yeah,
paying it forward, train our release, you know, the whole nine. And then we just like to do the same thing when we're out of uniform, be like, hey man, that's all I care about. It's paying it forward. I give you all my resources, talk, you know, talk your ear off on that. But the only thing I request of you is the pay it forward. You know what I
yeah.
mean? And that's it.
You know, I think it's really a people say you get out what you put in,
Right.
and that sounds really easy to say, but how much do people actually put in, and how much do people actually receive?
Right. Right.
I think some people put a lot in, and they receive a lot. Other people they put a little bit in, but they may receive a lot
Mm-hmm.
because maybe they're very open minded. Maybe they're open to someone saying, "Hey, man, you should do this kind of thing," you know. And some people are like, "Man, I never thought about that." I'm like, you know, this is what I did. This is what
Mm-hmm.
worked out well for me. This is what helped me get to where I am today. I don't think I'm anything special, but I think I have some knowledge that can maybe help somebody else out to get a little bit further. And that's just the way I look at it as.
That's it. Yeah.
So, but so your passion. So, well, what makes you want to get up and get on LinkedIn or talk to other vets? Why would you want to do that? You did your time. You did 20 years. You saw military every day for 20 years.
Yeah.
Why do you want to talk to military still?
Yeah, that's a good question. So like part of the being in the military is the camaraderie of talking to people, right?
Yeah,
And developing people, and provide being that leadership of, you know, not knowing the right answer, but coming together to drive something to get to the right answer, right? That's what I like to call is this, like this type of scenario we're in right now is talking to people, figuring out a solution to get something fixed, and then to move forward, right? Move the needle forward, right? So, um, and that drives me is, hey, talking to people, making sure they're good, um, fixing stuff. So that drives me. But in professionally, but in the cyber world, man, I don't know. That's a good question. So I like cybersecurity. I like the way it's going. It's going so fast, right? You
Yeah,
got to keep up on the times, but I like to learn
there's a lot
something,
of
gets me up
information
to
going on
date.
cyber right now.
Dude, it's so much. It's so like I think with all the stuff, I'm still behind the power curve, dude. Like I put a lot of effort. I'm still behind the power curve. I'm like, dude, everything is cloud. I'm like, dude, I don't know much cloud. I got the basics down, but like even for me, being doing it for 20 years and part of my past of being in submarines, there is no cloud in a submarine because what I mean? So like I'm getting dinged on. Yeah, you got all this stuff, you know how to do this, you know how to direct people, lead teams, this, that, and the other, but you got no cloud, so I got nothing for you. I was like, well, all right, well, I guess I got to get back in the books to learn cloud, right? So
So speaking of that, are you working in cloud search right now, or do you have
yeah,
a path you started and goal with cloud going on?
yeah, so I figured that out, why I'm not getting any hits. And so because that's their first question, do you have any cloud experience, right? So I was like, no, my clearance in my work environment being in submarines, there's no cloud, so that's why, right? But I did graduate from AWS practitioner, so I got that one. And so
Nice.
now I'm looking into CSS or CCSP or CCSK certification, which
Okay.
is a security cloud certification. So it's more my wheelhouse of being information assurance, information security within the cloud environment. So it's kind of like, so I'm thinking
Oh,
about
that
doing
sounds
that.
awesome. I need to
Yeah.
when I get another certification done because I only have one that to me actually matters.
Yeah. You just,
Once I get my next certification done, which is called CSP, I really want to try to get that done. You gave me some advice, you gave me some help.
yeah, that,
I just have to actually do it.
yeah, no, that
My
CSP
problem
is,
I have right now, but
it's huge. Yeah. No, that's a no joke exam, dude. That's a no joke exam. Oh my God. Yeah.
right
But
on.
I'm glad I did it. It's just, I'm glad it opened some doors, at least opened the doors for a conversation,
Yeah,
right? And then it felt based on that. But
I mean,
but
to me, that looks like that's like the gold standard you need
right,
for job security in IT, right there.
yeah,
Job security in cyber, you need to have your
you need,
CSP or your
so
SISM, but man, you got both,
yeah,
and you got the
yeah,
clearance. So to
yeah,
me, I'm thinking, why don't you have a job yet? That's my
yeah,
personal thought right there. It's like, man, I just have this, this, and this, and I got a job. Man,
yeah,
I could probably make more money if I had a better certification.
yeah. I don't know what, I don't know. Maybe because maybe it's my resume, but I had a lot of people look at my resume. Maybe it's not the right network. Maybe I'm talking to not the right person. Maybe I'm doing all the wrong things. I think I'm shotgunning. This is what I'm doing. I'm shotgunning whatever I'm looking on Indeed and LinkedIn for jobs, and I'm just putting it in there, knowing that's the wrong answer. That is clearly the wrong answer. We all know this, right? So you got to talk to network people. I have networked with some people. Hey, here's my resume. Can you do a referral process? And I always ask first, right? Because you don't know, every company has a different referral process.
True.
So some I've noticed is ask me first for the referral. Me being the person who's up there, and like Wells Fargo is the one I just talked to. So I asked him, and then I should get a personal email invite, which is a referral. Then you apply to that, or you do it the other way, where I submit the job application, and then it goes from where you meet in the other one. So yeah, it's always good. So I try that, and 50-50, I've hit both, either. So, but the numbers, you have to talk to people. You have to,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
It just goes back to
uh,
networking. And
right, it's
knowing
all
the right people to network
networking,
with.
because I don't, to be honest, I understand where the job side, or the company side is like, I don't know you, dude. You know what I mean? You're asking for something that I put out, but I don't know you as a person. So you could be someone on paper, can be the best guy, but like, I don't know you. Whereas someone who I trust, who's in the company, he vouches for you and be like, hey, I know this dude. He's a good dude. At least give him a shot for an interview. And then, so that makes sense. So,
Right on.
yeah. So I'm reassessing my stuff, and every day I'm learning different of resume reviews, and how to do a resume and this, that, and the other. And but yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Right on. So resources. I think LinkedIn is filled with
Yeah.
many resources. And then military has resources, and retired military has resources. What is maybe 2 or 3 resources that have been beneficial to you or been able to help you? And can you talk a little bit about them?
So I done my first out the gate. I did hire our heroes for the resumes.
Okay. And how was that?
Amazing, amazing, dude. So I told him, I sent him my evals from the Navy, and then I said, hey, this is what I did. This is what I did at this post. What and give him my bullet points out of the evals, and he genned up. He took about 2 days or whatever it was. Kwame was my guy, so shout out to Kwame and hire our heroes.
Nice.
But yeah, he did. He squared up. He did it all for free, right? 2-page resume. It looked super nice. It was highly detailed, bullet pointed.
Wait, they do it for free?
Yeah, he did it for free, dude. All I did was give him my stuff. Okay. And then I think every month or so, he calls me, checks in, be like, hey, how's it? Wow. Do you need any help? How's the interviews? Gives me tips and tricks and figure things out. Is there something wrong with the interview? Like, we do a little
so it's almost like a continued conversational relationship, not just a once and done kind of thing.
Right. Yeah, I got it. He actually called me the other day. He checked in, and nice. He's like, "Yeah, I'm just saying if you got a job yet." And I was like, "Oh man, I don't got one." He's like, "What do you need help on?" I was like, I don't know, dude. So I don't know. I don't know why I don't have a job. Maybe I'm, and I'm starting to learn, and it's hard, and I think it's a pride thing for me. But I think, what I do in the military doesn't really translate because I'm military in the civilian, even though I'm an IT, got the education certifications and everything, but because I'm a military, they don't understand military and civilian almost do the same thing. Like, I still operate, maintain enterprise networks in the military, but the civilians don't understand that I do the same thing. So
true.
Yeah, he's military. Yeah, that, pass. I'm like, do you not know, we do the same stuff in the military, obviously, because, but hey, man, maybe it was meant to be. Maybe they just, I don't know. Maybe the recruiters don't understand the value add of a military member. Those companies who have military members, like military recruiting, their companies are unstoppable now because they took the value of a military member and they just ran with it. Hey, man, I don't know. So who knows?
Right on.
But something's gonna pop off soon. I believe it. Something, you know what I mean?
So you mentioned Hire Our Heroes. Was there any other organizations that have helped you out?
Yeah. So we did the Hire Heroes. We connected on Veterati, right? That's amazing. That's why we even got this thing, right? So
that's why we actually know each other. I think the first.
Yeah. And then LinkedIn Mill City. That's the whole reason I came to San Antonio.
Oh wow!
Right? Yeah, there's a whole reason. And part of it because my family's a couple hours away, so I wanted to be close, but not that close, right? So and then LinkedIn Mill City. Those are great guys. Ray and Samantha, right? So co-founders. There's other
rock stars.
Yeah. And then Ray and Quincy, and there's another Chuck, I believe. Those are the 4 guys who started.
Quincy, that whole group is amazing. Yes.
Amazing. So they devote their time. So I go to every chance they get. Hey, we're running this, meetup. So I inject myself in there, learn something new. Be like, hey, this worked out for me and other vets. So they talk about how they transitioned out and how they got a job. So yeah, good on them, dude. They're awesome. There's the whole vets helping vets, dude. That's all. That's it. I love that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing.
So we hit that little 20-minute marker. I like to utilize this time for the last question. You have a question from me, and if you have a question for me, but I do have a question for you. Do you
Yeah.
have any questions for me?
Questions for you. Yeah, so I had a question on uh you work at Lockheed.
I do.
So how does that work? And how does you transition from civilian to transition from military to Lockheed?
So I think for me, it worked out pretty well. The team that I work on, everybody on the team is prior military except for one person.
Hmm,
So I think I lucked out pretty well. Um,
nice.
I like to think military speaks sarcasm and a weird sense of humor all the time.
Yeah,
And you can, when some people are not around, you can kind of talk that way and we get along and we are able to, I don't know,
it,
we just connect that way kind of thing, you know?
yeah. You still
But
mess around and still get the job done, right? So like, you know what I mean?
you gotta have fun. You
Right.
gotta joke. You gotta poke fun at each other because to me, I think that's what makes the day fun. Is just
Yeah,
friendly joking back and forth, or what's that word? Light slams against each other, kind of
yeah,
thing. Or,
yeah.
but
No, dude.
I think it worked out really well. I mean, at the same time, it's if you're not used to being in a maybe a shore duty environment or
Mm,
an environment where you work around civilian people or military contractors, some military personnel they will use the word sailors. They make songs like for sailors called "Cuss Like a Sailor." Some people have a lot of language they really want to put out there, and that's definitely not cool in the civilian
yeah.
environment.
No, there you go.
I think it shows a whole lot of lack of professionalism when you're talking. And I mean, and when I was Navy, did I cuss? Yeah, I cussed all the time. I think if someone didn't put a four-letter adjective in every 4 or 5 words when they talked, I lost conversation. I don't know what's going on. It didn't grab
Yeah.
my attention right away.
No, yeah. No, I get it.
But yeah, I think it's granted all these views are all my personal views and not views of the company. But I think it's a really great environment. Um, it's like it's a lot like any other place. It all depends who your management is. It all depends who you work with.
Mm,
So from that aspect, I mean, yeah, I think I lucked out. I got a pretty good team. I had some really awesome recruiters that helped me out, took care of me. A little plug in for James Shelton. That guy's freaking awesome. Man, I'm still connected with him. We still talk all the time. He's awesome.
nice.
So, so here's my last question for you is at
Hit
your
me.
current stage where you are right now, what can I do to help you?
Um, yeah, part of it we already doing it with this video. This is awesome.
Okay. Mhm.
Um, and then helping me. How would you help me? How would you? I think this right here is huge, right? So
Yeah.
like bringing awareness and breaking that chain of the game of getting a job, right? And I say that the game because it is a game, in my opinion, right? Everyone knows you got to do a resume. Everyone knows you got to put the job application in. And,
Yeah.
it's a game that everyone plays. You got to talk to the recruiter. You got to go through multiple rounds of interviews. They fill you out. I get it. It's a game. Everyone plays it. We're all, it's a great equalizer, right? But we can break that by slipping, not more than just slipping the resume to the hiring manager, putting a face to a name on that resume and say, hey, this is me. You know what I mean? This is me, real life talking between two
Yeah.
guys.
Very.
And then, if you see my resume on LinkedIn, if you like it, you like how I talk, how I speak, and what value I can provide to a company, let's have a conversation, right? So it breaks. I want to say, like, I don't want to say breaks the game, but like hacks the game, because I get it. Recruiters are overworked. They're getting 1,000 applications a day, and
Yes.
then trying to find the right and the rack and stack and this, that, and the other.
I
I
think you
get
probably
it.
get like 300 IMs a day every single
Right.
day, I think.
Right. And everyone who wants to help, I'm like, dude. So I think this is a step towards me getting the job, the right job that I want, right?
Yeah.
Because and I want to be the person that gets the right job that I can fill a need for the company, not just get any job, right? Because obviously I can bring a lot of value to a company because of my experience, certification, and
Yeah.
education, right? But like, am I the right fit for that company? Can I bring more value and to move the needle forward, right? So that's, I think this is a good step, just what we're doing right now, right? So it's huge.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, hey, hopefully this video is not 30 minutes long. I'm not sure how long it went, but that little timer that went off was a 20-minute timer.
Nice.
Um, yeah, I really appreciate you guys some time today to sit here and talk to
No,
me and
no, this is thanks.
do this recording. We're gonna be posting it shortly, and eventually I'll learn how to do more with video. This is my second official video of doing this, and hopefully, like a lot of things, you get better with time.
Yeah. No,
Because
I think so.
I'm not sure how good this one actually is.
No, I think, hey, hey, whatever. Hey, we're learning something,
There
that's
you
all
go.
it takes, right? You gotta learn something new every day, right?
You know,
So
we can only go up from here, right?
that's that's it. Dude. Yeah. No, this is
All right,
good.
Brian.
This is good. Well, I appreciate it.
All right, awesome. Hey, best of luck to you getting your next role. I think whoever the employer is, they're gonna be freaking excited to get you on their team.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if there's anything, I know we're still in contact, but if there's anything I can do to help you out, get you in
Yeah.
contact with somebody, tag you on a post, you let me know, and I'll be right there, dude.
Easy day, brother. Easy day.
All right, bro.
That's
Take
it.
care, dude. Great chatting,
All
bro.
right. I appreciate it.
All right, man. See you later.
Bye.